Dear Atma, Namaskaram. Today we are going to see chapter 4 of the Taittiriya Upanishad. Bhrigu, son of Varuna, approached his father and said, Sir, teach me Brahman. Bhrigu Maharshi approached his father Varuna, asking him to teach him what is Brahman. To him Varuna said, Matter, life, sight, hearing, mind and speech. These are the means to realize Brahman. He said further that from which these beings are born, that by which when born they live, and that into which they enter and passing away, try to know that is Brahman. What Varuna says, matter, life, sight, hearing, mind and speech. These are the means to realize Brahman. That from which these beings are born, that is from the matter from which these beings are born, and that which when born they live. After born what we live. And that into which enter and passing away. That means after the life is over, it passes away to another form. Birth, living and passing away, all this it takes in different forms of matter. And he said, and that this is Brahman. So after knowing this from his father, Bhrigu went on a penance. He performed penance. Having performed penance, he understood that matter was Brahman. So from the penance, what Bhrigu Maharshi understood is, matter was Brahman. From it, for it is from matter that these beings are born. So from matter, the beings are born. What is the matter? See, each creature has got its own form of taking shape. These birds and all, they lay eggs. Eggs is a form of matter. From the eggs, the chicken is born, like that. But for human beings, the sperm and the eggs, they react and they bring in the form of a kid on, and then when the mother, in the womb of a mother, a child conceives, there the child takes the shape. So these eggs, these sperms taking place in the womb, all these are all part of matter. So what Bhrigu understood is from the matter that these beings are born. And it is matter that when born they live. And each person live in this matter. This air is form of matter. So for living we need the air to breathe. This is form part of matter. And it is matter that they enter and passing away. So after the life is over, we pass away to another state. The Atma leaves this body and we take another body according to our karma. These are all forms part of matter. So, having understood that matter is Brahman, he again approached his father Varuna and said, Sir, teach me Brahman. So he was not satisfied whether matter alone is Brahman. For this, Varuna told, try to know Brahman through penance, for penance is the best means. So, don't ask any questions from me. Only through penance, go inside. The ultimate Paramatma is inside you. Surrender to him. He will teach you and he will show you how to realize Brahman. Then Bhrigu Maharshi again went on penance. So now, having performed penance, he understood that life was Brahman. Earlier he realized the matter was Brahman. And now he realized the life was Brahman. For it is from life that these beings are born. And it is through that life that when born they live. And it is life that they enter and passing away. So, life, this life of every creature, each creature is living, and this living is mainly because of presence of Brahman inside each living creature. That's what he realized. Because life was there, the child is born. And because life was there, it is living. And once These karmas are over. This Atma leaves this body because of that life and leaves this body and takes another life. So, from this body understood, life is Brahman. Having understood, he approached his father and said, Sir, teach me Brahman. So, knowing matter as Brahman, knowing life as Brahman, he was not satisfied. He was not fully satisfied. He went again to Varuna and asked, teach me Brahman. For which Varuna told, do penance. Only through penance you can able to you get the best means of knowing Brahman. Again he went on penance. Bhrigu Maharshi went on penance. Now he realized in the penance that mind is Brahman. After knowing matter is Brahman, after knowing life is Brahman, now he understood the mind is Brahman. For it is from mind that beings are born. It is through mind that when born they live, and it is mind that they are enter and passing away. So mind is the factor. A person's life, birth in a particular family, is decided by what the karmas the mind has created in its previous birth. So, mind is the factor that is responsible for our birth, and mind is responsible for our living. Because when a person is living, so his activities is done through the mind. He sees and he does his works, all this through mind. And after realizing, so at each stage of life, Brahmacharya, Grihasthashrama, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa, these 4 stages of life, mind of each person attains maturity at each level according to the experience they gain. So after these 4 stages, when mind along with Atma leaves this body, it enters another way. So, and the mind passes with Atma to the next birth, and it carries on what it has left out. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, when he teaches about the Karma Yoga after Arjuna asks, you say, do your duty, please do not expect anything, but when I am doing my duty, without my knowledge I get expectation, because of expectations, I get rejection, unhappiness, all these things, attachments. So until last days, when this kind of attachment, rejection comes, whether I am in the right path of karma yoga or not, or my all efforts are wasted. Lord Krishna says no. Whatever experience I got, having realized your mistakes, and you are in the path of perfection. But when this life, when you cannot able to achieve, the next life when you take another body, just like a shirt, you continue from where your mental maturity is achieved. So similarly, Bhrigu Maharshi realizes mind is a factor that attains maturity, and that only leads one to realize the Brahman. After knowing that mind is Brahman, he again approached his father and asked, teach me Brahman. Then again Varuna told, you go into penance, and only through penance we can attain the best means of realizing Brahman. He went again penance and understood that understanding was Brahman. For it is from understanding that these beings are born, it is by understanding that when born they live, and it is understanding that they enter and passing away. So understanding means what? Understanding is the mind, afterwards buddhi comes. Buddhi is the factor, intellect is the factor that is responsible for creative thinking, analytical understanding. So whatever is happening, whether it is good or bad, it is understood. This understanding is the factor. Understanding leads maturity and attains maturity. This understanding from the events happening in our life, we realize what mistakes are made, So the understanding is the cause. If we understand rightly, we do right karma. We understand wrongly, we commit bad karma. So bad and good karmas are the factors that are responsible for one's creation of karmas for themselves, and this decides the birth of a person. So that's what he understood. The understanding is a factor. It is by understanding that when born, that these beings are born. So based on karmas, the beings are born. And by understanding that they enter, their living is based on understanding. A person becomes a great scientist, a person becomes a great engineer, a person becomes a great doctor. All this because of their perfect understanding of the subjects. So their life is based on their understanding. And after this life, their understanding only leads the ultimate objective of this human birth, that is to attain Jivan Mukti. The understanding leads us. So having realized this understanding is Brahman, he again approached his father and asked, teach me Brahman. Again Varuna told, only through penance we can able to best means to realize Brahman. He went and performed penance. Having performed penance, he understood that bliss was Brahman. For it is from bliss that these beings are born. So, after understanding what we can realize is, by going deep inside, to reach the Parabrahman, the ultimate in the Samadhi state, one can experience the eternal bliss. And we will realize this ultimate eternal bliss deep inside us, and this is Brahman. For it is this bliss, from this bliss these beings are born. And it is bliss that when born they live, and it is bliss that they enter and passing away. So once having experienced this bliss, so for this bliss only one takes birth. So having crossed each level of various forms of creatures, finally out attain the human form. When the understanding makes one to realize the ultimate objective of this human birth, and when it goes deep inside and realizes the eternal bliss deep inside, and that is the objective for a person attains to realize Brahman. And that's what he said, bliss is Brahman. After passing, so once enter, you take birth to realize this bliss, and while living you experience that bliss, and that is the objective of living, to realize the bliss, and through which you realize the Brahman. And once I have realized the Brahman, when you pass away, that it takes you to the path of moksha. And this is the wisdom of Bhrigu and Varuna, established in the highest heaven. He who knows this becomes well established. He becomes rich in food, enjoys his food. He becomes great in offspring and cattle, and in the splendor of sacred knowledge and great in fame. So, one should who has realized this Brahman in all its forms, matter, mind. So, on each and everything, matter, life, sight, hearing, mind and speech. In all these things, one who realizes the presence of Brahman and in the ultimate bliss, when one experiences the Brahman, then they see in this life